Distinguished is not a style category, it is a signal, the specific impression that a man has arrived at a stage of life where his appearance communicates authority, refinement, and ease simultaneously, not younger, not more formal, not more expensive, distinguished. And 5 specific things produce that signal more reliably than any other approach available to any man over 60. The most powerful of all 5 is the last one. Do not skip ahead. The distinguished man is not trying to look distinguished. That is the most important thing to understand before this video begins. These 5 things are available to every man over 60 at every price point. None of them requires a new wardrobe. None of them requires a significant purchase. Each one requires only the knowledge of what distinguished actually looks like, and the decision to apply it starting today. On this channel, classic menswear for men over 60 who want to look sharp without overcomplicating it. No trends, just what works. In this video, 5 things that make men over 60 look more distinguished. What each one is, why it works, and why distinguished is the most compelling impression available to any man at this stage of life. The first thing that makes men over 60 look more distinguished: silver hair activated by warm color at the neckline. Silver or gray hair is the single most distinguished physical quality available to any man at any age, and it is available only after 60. Here is what the wrong color does to silver hair. A pale gray shirt against silver hair creates a cool-on-cool wash. The silver and the gray both cool, both similar in tone, both flattening the face between them. The silver hair appears faded rather than distinguished. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The warm, cool contrast between silver hair and a deep, warm color at the neckline is the specific visual combination that produces the distinguished impression, not the silver hair alone, and not the warm color alone, but the contrast between them. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They choose the cool-toned shirt, pale gray, icy blue, stark white, because it feels age-appropriate and neutral. These colors suppress the warm, cool contrast rather than creating it, the natural light test. Hold the shirt against the face at a window in natural light. Does the color create a warm, cool contrast with the silver hair above it, the silver appearing richer and more alive against the warm tone below? Takeaway: silver hair activated by warm color at the neckline, deep navy, rich camel, warm burgundy, produces the warm, cool contrast that makes the silver appear distinguished rather than faded. And once the silver hair is activated by warm color, the second thing is the one that most communicates refinement without announcing it, at the point where refinement is most visible. The second thing communicates refinement without announcing it, at the point where refinement is most visible. The detail that the distinguished man always has, and that most men never think to apply. Thing 2. Refinement without announcement. The detail always present, never thought to apply. The second thing that makes men over 60 look more distinguished: the restrained, deliberate detail. One specific element in every outfit that communicates complete intention, without decorating, without announcing, without competing for attention with the man wearing it. Here is what the restrained detail communicates that decoration cannot. The pocket square that puffs above the breast pocket announces, "I have a pocket square." Now here is the part nobody talks about. The restrained, deliberate detail is most distinguished when it appears at an occasion where it is least expected. The flat fold pocket square at a formal dinner, present, correct, unremarkable. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They reserve the deliberate detail for the formal occasion and leave every other occasion without it, treating the pocket square as a formality marker rather than a refinement marker. The restrained detail at 3 formality levels. Formal, white linen pocket square, flat fold, 5 millimeters visible. Smart casual, collar stays, keeping the open collar flat at 6 in the evening. Casual, quality leather shoe polished and conditioned, the leather surface correct at every step. Takeaway: the restrained, deliberate detail, one specific element, correctly applied, not announced, communicates refinement at every occasion where it appears. Not the puffed pocket square that announces itself, the flat fold that confirms itself, not the occasional polish. And once the deliberate detail is consistently present, the third thing is the one that most men associate with younger men, but that is more authentically available and more distinctively distinguished after 60. The third thing is associated with younger men, but more authentically available and more distinctively distinguished after 60. The quality that belongs to the man who has stopped needing to earn it. Thing 3 belongs to the man who has stopped needing to earn it. The third thing that makes men over 60 look more distinguished. The ease of complete comfort in the occasion, not the cultivated relaxation of a younger man trying to appear at ease. Here is what the ease of complete comfort looks like in appearance. The man who is completely at ease in the occasion sits without adjusting the jacket. He stands without tugging the sleeves. He speaks without scanning the room for validation. He listens without calculating his next contribution. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The ease of complete comfort in the occasion is not performed by relaxing the body or adopting a studied nonchalance. It is produced by preparation, specifically by the preparation that eliminates the need for management during the occasion. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They arrive at the occasion without completing the preparation, collar not secured, jacket not settled, posture not confirmed, and then spend the occasion in the low-level management of these details. The management is invisible to them. The preparation that produces the ease. Before leaving, the collar stays inserted, the collar confirmed flat, the jacket settled once, the posture released, shoulders down, chin level, the pocket square at the correct height, then the hands released from the jacket. Takeaway: the ease of complete comfort in the occasion is produced by preparation, not performance. Complete the preparation before leaving, release the management before entering, and once the ease is present in the occasion, the fourth thing is the one that the room reads before the man is close enough for the ease to be visible, the signal that arrives before everything else. The fourth thing arrives before the man is close enough for the ease to be visible. It is the first signal the room reads, the distinguished impression beginning before the occasion has begun. Thing 4 arrives first, the distinguished impression beginning before the occasion. The fourth thing that makes men over 60 look more distinguished. The Coherent leather family. Belt, shoe, and watch strap all in the same warm leather family, tan, cognac, and warm brown, at every occasion where leather appears. Here is what the Coherent leather family communicates at the distinguished level. The eye reads the outfit from top to bottom and finds the leather family at 3 points. The watch strap at the wrist, the belt at the waist, the shoe at the foot. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The Coherent leather family does not require identical pieces. Tan leather loafer, cognac leather belt, warm brown leather watch strap, 3 different tones, all in the same warm family. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They own a black belt and warm-toned shoes, the most common leather family disconnection available, and wear the combination daily without noticing the break. The break is not visible to the man wearing it. The Coherent leather family at every formality level. Casual tan leather loafer, cognac belt, slim watch on tan leather strap. Smart casual warm brown leather derby, cognac belt, slim watch on cognac leather strap. Takeaway: The Coherent leather family, belt, shoe, and watch strap in the same warm family, is the distinguished detail visible at 3 points simultaneously, not identical, coordinated, assembled rather than collected. The detail that the distinguished man always gets right, and once the leather family communicates distinguished assembly at 3 simultaneous points, the fifth and most powerful thing is the one that makes every other thing more visible, and that is more authentically available after 60 than at any other point in a man's life. The last thing makes every other thing more visible, more authentically available after 60 than at any other point. The most powerful distinguished signal available. Thing 5. More available after 60 makes everything else more visible. The fifth and most powerful thing that makes men over 60 look more distinguished. The unhurried presence. Not a slow walk. Not a performed calm. Here is what the unhurried presence communicates specifically. The hurried man, even correctly dressed, even with the coherent leather family and the restrained, deliberate detail, communicates that something is still demanding his urgency. He is still responding to something. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The unhurried presence is not the same thing as being slow or passive. The unhurried man moves deliberately, with direction confirmed and pace chosen. He is not slow, he is not waiting. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They arrive at the occasion having dressed correctly, all 5 elements of distinguished appearance assembled, and then enter the room at the pace of the commute that preceded the occasion. The unhurried presence applied, before every entrance, 3 seconds. The pace confirmed, unhurried, deliberate. The direction confirmed, where the man is going. Picture this. A man over 60 at a smart casual dinner, deep navy at the neckline activating the silver hair above it, white pocket square flat fold 5 millimeters visible, ease of preparation complete, collar flat, jacket settled, posture confirmed. Leather family coherent at all 3 points. Takeaway. The unhurried presence, the pace chosen rather than defaulted to, the direction confirmed before entering, the urgency of daily life left at the door, is the most powerful distinguished signal available, more authentically available after 60 than at any earlier age. And once all 5 things are understood, the complete picture of what distinguished actually looks like and why it is specifically and exclusively available after 60 becomes clear. Here is why distinguished is specifically and exclusively available after 60. Silver hair activated by warm color, only available with silver hair. The restrained, deliberate detail applied consistently, only natural after decades of practice. None of these 5 things can be performed by a younger man with full authenticity. A younger man can wear the warm color and activate a different hair color. He can apply the flat fold pocket square. He can try to appear at ease. He can match the leather family. He can walk slowly. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The man who applies all 5 things is not trying to look distinguished. The compound distinguished impression. Silver hair activated, the most visually distinctive quality in any room. Restrained detail present, the most quietly confident signal available. Ease of preparation, the most authentic comfort in any occasion. The cost of distinguished. Silver hair activated by warm color, $0 if warm-colored pieces are already owned. Restrained deliberate detail, $2 to $3 for white handkerchiefs, $10 for collar stays if not already owned. Distinguished at every formality level, casual warm navy polo activating the silver hair, quality leather loafer polished, leather family coherent, ease present, pace unhurried. Takeaway. 5 things. Silver hair activated by warm color. Restrained deliberate detail. Ease of complete comfort from preparation. Coherent leather family. Unhurried presence. Here is the final truth about looking more distinguished after 60. Distinguished is not something to pursue, it is something to allow, by applying 5 specific things that let the genuine qualities of a man at this stage of life communicate themselves without announcement. Not younger. Distinguished, not more formal, refined, not performing, being. The 5 things that allow the man at 60 plus to communicate, without any announcement, the specific impression that is only genuinely available at this stage of life, and that becomes more powerful, not less, with every year that passes. Which of these 5 things are you applying first? Drop it in the comments. The one that most surprises men, the one they never expected to be a distinguished signal, is almost always the 5th. The unhurried presence, the pace chosen. What was yours? Subscribe for straight, practical style advice for men who value confidence over trends. Next video, 5 things that make men over 60 look more defined.